I really like this. This is going to be pretty cool. The Extreme E electric cars, split sex team. They split. They run a stint and then they swap drivers and finish. Travis is having a hard time because he's all broken up. Because he's getting old and that life of adventure is catching up to him. I know all about it. So yeah, look, listen. I know when YouTube's trying to. It's so. I mean, it's really. It's painfully obvious. It's like you meet this girl and you like her, and the first thing she does is want you to fucking buy her something. Buy me that. Like I barely learned what your last name was a couple of days ago, and you're already fucking asking me to buy you shit. What? What planet did you come from? That's how I feel with the YouTube AI. It's so painfully obvious that this person has no fucking idea who I am. Okay. And it recommends stuff that is generally videos that I've watched, but it doesn't know why I watched them. It doesn't understand who I am. And therefore, when I see it doing it, I'm very insulted. I'm very insulted. And I know fucking absolutely why the AI doesn't like my channel. Because I don't make entertainment. There's really nothing here to pin a tag on other than maybe the near-death experience, which is why I have these YouTube channels anyway. It shocks me how dumb the AI is, but how it doesn't shock me really nowadays to know that there are people that start watching because it never ever recommends a flat earth video or any of that shit to me. But there are people where it just crams that fucking conspiracy shit into their faces all day long because it says, oh, they like this stuff. And then it gives you more so you'll sit and watch. Okay, like Facebook or any of the other social manipulation tools now, right? Yeah, and I'm glad too. I'm glad it doesn't fucking know me because I'm constantly saying, don't recommend this channel. And now I got it all fucked up. It has no... it has no idea what to do. And it's showing me like Korean channels and I mean, you name it, it is really, stretching itself pretty hard. You know, I'd love to visit their fucking psych department. They have to have a fucking psych department, right? At YouTube, who goes, well, how do we get them to fucking buy premium? Well, we'll just double on commercials. We'll double commercials and we'll make them unskippable. We're going to change the whole fucking format that YouTube's had for 15 years. And now, from now on, you're going to have to watch a commercial. And if you pause, you're probably going to have to watch a commercial, okay? And if you want to fast forward, you're probably going to have to watch a commercial. Now, you can skip that commercial so, nobody benefits, but you're going to have to watch it. We're going to interrupt your fucking programming. See, and it's just this psychological fucking slapping like this, you know what I mean? And that was bad enough. It was. But this volume thing, literally I've had a couple of times this month. Doesn't happen all the time, but there are certain programs that had a very low frequency and pumping it. And when YouTube cranks up that volume, when the commercials come on, it was literally moving like this. I could feel it puffing against my leg like somebody turned a fan on. And I don't like that because I don't stretch my speakers like that. Even when I'm playing my music loud, it doesn't really move that much. So yeah, I don't appreciate it. And I think it's just one more psychological ploy that they can get away with fucking legally, like the scam commercials, okay? They know that, see, they're not turning the volume up. They're manipulating the audio track for voices. And you know, everybody hates it anyway. They talk about don't be so fucking arty. Okay, people do not like the fact where you're straining to hear what they're saying because, well, they wanted to emphasize the moment. Yeah, fuck you. You know what I mean? A lot of people have hearing problems anyway, and it's always been annoying. But at least when the any other part of the soundtrack comes on, like somebody opens a door or the you know, somebody turns on some music in the room, or maybe there's a loud, overly happy, exuberant voice trying to fucking sell you something, whatever it is, okay, it shouldn't blow your ears out with a difference in volume. There's no reason to do that. I mean, it's not going to make me want to buy the product anymore. It's the commercials are even more annoying, and I believe that is the fucking point. That their psych department, these fucking people that work for YouTube and Google said, hey, we'll just fucking do this volume thing. We're allowed to do this because we're not turning the volume up. What we're doing is we're manipulating this audio section here, these certain wavelengths in here. We're gonna take those and tamp those really way down. So when you're watching voices, even when there's action going on, they're in the middle of a fucking city or whatever, you're still having to turn your volume up to hear the audio because they've taken those voices and damped them way down. And the dead giveaway, because I have my audio analyzer is really good, and it tells me all of the frequencies. Where are we at? Did I have it down here? It tells me all of the frequencies, what volumes they're being played at, the timing of it, everything, and I can do recordings that let me know what kind of volume is playing and how loud that volume is. It goes by colors down here at the bottom. So you can see it can get the highs and the lows. And it's really accurate. I use it for studying the Crow language in the neighborhood. I've used it for many, many years. I have lots of recordings of them. It's a good app if you need one. So, yeah, the AI, this whole fucking ad attack and now the audio attack. I don't know what's next. What's it going to do next? I mean, the only thing it can do next is try to attack me visually, which is going to make me not want to use YouTube anymore. I don't, you know. It really doesn't know me. The shit that it shows me, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I might have watched something like that a couple of years ago. Are you just randomly chucking shit at me now? Because, I mean, I'm getting foreign other languages instead of English that have to do with subjects like flying and piloting and navigation and shit like that, right? And so when it sees me watching videos about that, they're educational videos. They're not fucking entertainment videos like these guys are showing me. Although some of them are fun to watch. It's satisfying to see it. I'm glad I'm not one of those victims of social media that gets sucked into these deep, dark holes where they're special. They're fucking special. They're told they're special because they know something no one else knows. The world's actually flat, and you fucking people are all being fooled by this global conspiracy to spend trillions of dollars every year fooling you smart couple of thousand people, I guess, 100,000 people. Although it's pretty shocking, there was a survey done about how many people thought at one time in their life that the world might be flat. Do you remember this video that I did? It was 5%. 5% and 11% in one. They did in not consecutive years, but they skipped a couple of years because evidently, I guess it caught on. So between 5 and 11% of the fucking population at one time in their life thought the world could be flat. So that is pretty scary. They just get sucked in because I guess they're missing so much in their from their lives that it becomes their substitute. And they have YouTube Premium. Trust me, they don't want to watch ads. That breaks up the flow. You know what I mean? When you're getting your drug, you don't want to interruptions. This is why I don't do content. I just share my life. That's all. That's it. When you're disabled and you're bored and you have above average intelligence, you get yourself in a lot of trouble mentally, okay? It's not hard to see the truth. I tell the story about when I was a kid, young kid, okay, just out of diapers. And but TV was brand new. And I watched a commercial that showed a rocket ship taking off, a V2. And if I bought this certain cereal, then I could get one of these rockets was in the box. And fuck, I had to have that. And I bugged my mom. And again, when she showed it to me and she opened it up, she handed me this little cellophane package. And here's this fucking very dangerous kid's toy, by the way, okay? Could have taken and probably took out many eyeballs of kids who were looking at it when they fired that fucking thing off, okay? Because it would stick in the ceiling. These things were deadly. I said, "Where's the rocket?" And when she explained to me, she said, well, they lied to you. They just wanted to get you to buy this. Never forgot that. Never forgot it. And when I see this AI, how stupid it really is. It doesn't have a human's intuition or anything like that. I can see why AI is so difficult. The Turing test, why it works most of the time. It really is stupid because I can see that it's trying to manipulate me like that shitty fucking girlfriend, you know what I mean? The girl you met 4 days ago, that one, the one I talked about. Don't try to manipulate me because really the very second that I'm underestimated by somebody, you've just told me how unintelligent you are. The very second that you think that you're going to pull the wool over these eyes, that's it. You have to be a genuine person. If you're not a genuine person, I'm going to know fucking instantly. This is why I love my wife, because there's no one more genuine than her. Plus, she puts up with me. But this thing here, this AI, yeah, it's kind of insulting. And fuck, I didn't mind skipping the commercials. This just all started. I didn't mind skipping the commercials. But if you go pick out any one of their movies that's free with ads, turn it on, and see for yourself. If you have a home audio system, and just you don't need any software like I have. Just listen with your ears, and you'll see what they're doing. And if you have good hearing, like me, I can tell by the numbers on my receiver. And if I take a solid tone, and I run it at the volume that the audio track that carries the voices, okay, if I put that at the same volume where they can get lost in one another, okay, that's going to be around 41. And so I have to add 60 watts to make the difference up. Because with mine, the lower the number, the higher the volume. And it's so drastically different. Okay. And then I noticed, so now I get out of their movie area and I'll go to watch a video and I have to turn the audio down because it's too loud. And then I'll watch another one and I'll have to turn it up again, and I'll be using my volume controller a lot. And I think they're just trying to work out what they can get away with. You know what I mean? And this whole audio thing. I don't know. I guess it started what, 4 months ago, 3 months ago, maybe less. This is fairly recent. I never had these issues before, and it never changed volume on me. It didn't do that. The only thing in my whole setup here that had low volume was my DVD player, but I compensate that power wise by turning up my projector amplifier. So yeah, and I have another amp down here on the floor too that I can turn on if I need to, and a headphone setup also. So I mean, my audio is pretty regulated, and so I didn't change anything. I didn't change anything. So it's not my gear. It's not my gear. This is something actually happening, and there is such a vast difference in the volume that it has to be intentional. This cannot be a technical fucking glitch because they would have fixed it by now. If this was something they didn't want to happen, it wouldn't be happening because it is so goddamn obvious bad that they would have fixed it. If this was a fault, it would be fixed. Therefore, it's not a fault. Therefore, it's on purpose. What reason could that be to make their commercials even more fucking annoying? Is to get you to buy their premium service.